Welcome back to Mimi's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make scalloped potatoes. I had someone ask me about that the other day. They said, can you make your mom's scalloped potatoes? I haven't had those in a long time, or show me how. And so I'm going to show you how. So I'm taking some bacon grease. So the first thing I did was I peeled and I sliced my potatoes. I slice them with my processor because it's easier, but see that you want them really thin. That's what you want your potato to look like. And we're going to make gravy to go on the potatoes. So it's potatoes, you layer that with gravy, salt, pepper, cheese of your choice. And so I'm going to alternate between American sliced cheese and Colby Jack shredded cheese. Those are going to be the two things I alternate between. And let me show you how to make the gravy. Okay, I put probably a quarter cup of bacon grease in the bottom of my pan. And then I put some flour. I've probably so far put a little over a quarter cup of flour. I think I'm going to need a little more. This makes the roux for your flour, for your gravy. You want that to get all bubbly. Yeah, that's looking a little better. I like it to be a little thick. Because I'm making a really big pan of gravy for my scalloped potatoes. Okay, that's all good and bubbly. So now we're going to add the milk. Doesn't matter what kind of milk you use. I'm using 2% because that's what I got. And this makes really good breakfast gravy too. This is how I make the gravy that goes on my biscuits when I make biscuits and gravy in the morning. Okay, you're going to add salt and pepper. And you're just going to let that get bubbly until it starts getting thick. And then you'll take it off the stove. Okay, while we're waiting on the gravy to get done, we're going to start layering these potatoes. Now, I'm using a glass casserole dish. It doesn't have to be glass. You can use whatever you want. And I sprayed it down really good with some cooking spray. And you just make your layer. It's a thin layer. And the reason why you want your potatoes to be cut thin is so that they'll cook all the way through when you put it in the oven. And I have preheated my oven to 350. The gravy's almost done, and I've got a nice layer there. Okay, our gravy finally got done, and I already have the one layer of potatoes in here, so I'm going to salt my potatoes, put a little pepper on the potatoes, and then we're going to just scoop the gravy, scoop a layer of gravy all over the top of that layer. Like that. And then this layer, I'm doing American sliced cheese on this layer. And y'all, my mother used to make this, and I think my Aunt Fern probably taught her how to make it because that's where she learned to do a lot of her cooking. My mother was from the north. My dad was from the south, and he did not like northern cooking, so she had to learn how to cook all over again when she got moved down here. Okay, now we're layering this again. Some people call this scalloped potatoes. Some people call it au gratin potatoes. My mom always just called it scalloped potatoes. But it's so good. She didn't make it very often because it's a lot of work. And I don't make it very often either for the same reason. But it's a treat when I do make it, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. It's very high calorie and high fat content, but it's so good. You have to kind of eat it in moderation. So you just keep doing this until you get it completely done. Gonna layer this one with the shredded, um, this is Colby Jack and cheddar. This right here. Okay, now I've got all that finished. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna put some tinfoil over the top of it and put it in my preheated oven for probably 45 minutes, but I'll let you know for sure how long it stays in there. But I'm gonna leave it in there for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna take the top off and cook it the rest of the way. So then I'll let you know. So I probably peeled and cut up 3 pounds of potatoes. And then I made just a big pot of gravy. You can use that gravy later on if you make too much. And then it's just, you layer that with your cheese of choice, salt and pepper, each layer until you get to the top. Okay, here's the end result. Looks beautiful. It took about an hour and 10 minutes to cook.